Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast. Did you know that plants are truly amazing? Not only can you grow them and eat them, you can also wear them, drink them, nourish your skin with them, and so much more. Let Ellen and Michael inspire you to love plants as much as they do, as they chat with the movers and shakers in this wonderful plant-based world. So, let's dig in.
Series 19 of the Plant-Based Podcast is sponsored by Queen and Fine Floral Design. Enjoy gorgeous flowers to lift your mood or gift to a loved one with stunning seasonal bouquets, monthly subscriptions, eloquent wedding flowers, and home floral decorations. Queen and Fine bring nature-led designs to your home because flowers really do make people happy. Now serving in Charlotte, North Carolina, including surrounding areas, and in the UK from 2026. Check us out at queenandfine.com and follow us on Instagram at queenandfine.
Oh, oh, that was such great intros. Do you want me to do that all again?
I don't think it was that good, to be fair.
Oh, no. But it is nice to see you, Ellen.
It's lovely to see you too.
Oh my God. Is it like winter there now?
It is winter here now, but it's lovely and sunny. So
Yeah.
it's very cold, but it's a beautiful blue sky at the moment.
I just hate winter. I'm always too hot. I never know what to wear.
Oh, do you not? Oh, are you that person that's still walking down the street in the winter with shorts on?
Yeah. I like a postman.
You're annoying. You're one of those
But
annoying
honestly,
people.
Ellen, I just get too hot, like instantly. And like, I don't know, I went into the city yesterday and I was like, oh, I should wear a jumper and I'll wear my winter coat and la la la. And I wanted to take them all off by the time I got there. And it was just, I need to take a bag with me to decant all my clothes into. It's just, yeah. Oh my God, I would rather
What's
it
the
was summer.
temperature? What, like,
Huh?
how cold is it there? Like, what's the temperature?
I don't know. I guess it's not super cold at the moment anyway, but I don't know, 5 or 10, something like that.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's not like freezing cold.
Yeah.
So if
But
you're
I'm
wearing
just,
like
yeah,
if you're wearing like a Christmas jumper and a coat, then you
a
probably would
Christmas jumper.
get warm,
A
yeah.
Christmas, you're getting into Christmas, aren't you?
No.
This is, yeah, you are, because you naturally just said Christmas jumper.
I know I said it like
Oh
sarcastically.
my God. No. There's something deeper here, Ellen. I
There's
need to pick
not.
this apart.
I've
I think
got
you are,
family coming for Christmas, and my sister's a
yeah.
big Christmas lover. And I can't have guests coming for Christmas and not do Christmas, like have a tree up and
So you've been
decorations.
rehearsing how to drop Christmas into conversations with
No,
the,
so I just decided that I would surprise her and actually do
yeah.
Christmas. So I'm starting to do
Oh,
decorations
that
this
is
week.
cool. Does she
Yeah,
follow you on Instagram though?
yeah, she does. Yeah,
Oh,
she'll see
you
bits
should
on there.
you should do a decoy and kind of like be like, oh, my house looks so un-Christmassy. And then she'll be like, oh, I can't believe it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw you put some garlands up. That's nice.
I put a garland up and a few little
Ooh.
lights around and like little candle tea light things. And
Yeah.
yeah, I've got a lot
Oh,
more to do. I'm going to put a garland down the
I
banister and
feel,
stairs and a
oh
big
my God.
tree.
I feel very out of touch with what date it even is because it feels like, I don't know, like I don't want to be here to moan about Christmas, but I feel like they really, I don't know, like from the 1st of December, they're acting as if it's Christmas every day. Do you know what I mean? Or they're acting as if it's Christmas the next day, every day. And it's like fucking, oh my God. Sorry, you have to beat that out.
Language,
But
thank you.
oh my God, it's just relentless. And then they're kind of like, don't panic over your Christmas potatoes. And I'm like, it's okay, I won't. It's just bizarre. Like, and I feel like, yeah, I see all this, but I feel like very outside of it because I keep myself out of Christmas. But it's like, talk about make people panic, honestly. It feels like worse than ever. Then they're like, and then, like the reasons that I dislike Christmas, same as you, like everyone rushing around to like, buy presents. Like, why? What? Buy a present at a time of year when it feels right and natural to buy someone a present. Don't just buy a present that fits the occasion and the person. That's not gifting to me. And
And
also the
when
other
and
thing,
when prices are higher and there's more to spend.
it's
Yeah.
absolute madness, honestly. And the other thing, this like, oh, we must catch up before Christmas. Why is the world finishing at Christmas? Like, what is that bullshit as well? Like,
I
to
totally
me,
agree with that.
like, is our friendship not good enough that we would catch up sometime way before Christmas?
Yes, I
Like,
agree.
does nobody see how actually offensive that is? Oh, it's Christmas, so I'll finally meet up with this person. I don't know, it's just, ugh.
Well, I have to say that I don't feel as angry about Christmas this year purely because where we are, you could go around about your business without seeing or
Yeah,
Christmas. Like,
same here, to be honest. I guess it's just when you're like, maybe there's something on TV or radio and it's always then this advert or social media, things like that. But like visibly, I don't see much Christmas out there, which is quite nice actually.
yeah, no, I mean, I
It's
could.
only the 11th of December, do you know what I mean? It's not even halfway to Christmas in the month.
I'm
Um,
assuming that if you are, parents and you've got kids and
yeah.
a ton of stuff to do, then that would probably feel very different, you
I
know.
would train my kids not to be putting so much emphasis on Christmas. You know what I mean?
Okay, you are the Christmas Grinch this year. That's for sure.
And you used to be. I'm worried that you're getting sucked in.
No, I'm not getting sucked in. I just feel a bit more, I feel more chill about it because
Yeah.
I'm not getting sucked in, if you get what I mean. I'm just like
Oh,
doing my thing. I don't feel like I'm absorbed in it all. So
mm.
I don't feel as angry about it. But you're going
Oh, I
away.
don't know if I'm that angry, I'm just making it theatrical.
Oh my
But,
God.
but also something that's really weird for me, and this is just something about the way my work and my job is. I don't know about you, but like this time of year, I'm really like in December, I really like I've done most of my things, kind of like there's not really any projects that start until January. So I'm kind of like super like chill in terms of work. But then like most of my friends around me have got this kind of like they got so much on because it's then Christmas, and again everybody thinks the world's going to end, so like they're all rushing to do this stuff. And you know that thing like on a Christmas Eve when you'll get an email reply from deep down in your inbox, like that's also bullshit, that sort of thing.
Stop swearing. You're giving me
Sorry.
more editing to do. I have to edit these out.
I'm sorry. But yeah, so it's just I feel funny because I'm like I really kind of chill. I haven't got much to do work-wise, but like all my friends around me are kind of like going hell for leather. And so I always feel so weird at this time of year. I feel like, oh, I should be a bit more like, oh.
I would
But
like.
that's a positive. That's a positive of December actually. So yeah.
Okay, Mr. Plant Geek, I sort of feel your stress coming through the screen about this, like your anger about the
I need
situation.
a cashew.
You're literally radiating through the Zoom. I would just say if you carry on eating, I'm gonna end the Zoom.
Oh,
Had these
honestly.
conversations before.
Oh,
Can you,
you drive me nuts.
you drive me nuts? Very good. Um,
Yeah.
oh, we've got this far into the podcast, but we haven't actually said what on earth is going on in this episode.
Oh,
Nobody knows what's
Ellen.
happening
Oh,
right now.
can't take the corporate out of the girl.
You always say that, but people have just turned this on and gone, "What is this? I thought this was a plant-based
But
podcast."
it'll be in the description.
Not everyone. Do you read the description of podcasts all the time?
No,
No,
not really.
no, exactly.
Okay, it's a bumper Christmas gossip. Well, that's right, isn't it?
We've decided that we're just going to gossip for this last episode in series 19, right? And
Yes.
so far, Michael is just angry. So let's see how it goes.
Anyway, tell me more about you, Ellen. How's the
I
rash?
No, hang on. Apparently, I have a rash all year round. Um,
Shingles. I don't even know
you,
what shingles is,
I
but
would just like to talk about some plants, though. I genuinely would
please,
like to
please,
talk
please,
about
please.
plants because you have been promoting a lot on social media very recently, like poinsettias and stuff. I
Ooh la
want you
la.
tell me about them. Tell me about some of the
Tell me
ones that
about
you
them.
see. Yes, because honestly, there's been some lovely ones. I'm going to look
Yeah,
them
of
just so
course
I can
you.
remind you of the ones I liked. Hang on.
Oh.
Tell me
Well, the
about.
market is like 95% red, which is like, so these are often only ever novelties, but I think they're beautiful. Like the rose one, the one with the kind of rose-like flower. Um,
Yeah,
what's it called?
yeah.
Rocco Star. That one. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. But then, oh my God, someone messaged me and said, "Have you ever seen Poinsettia Carousel?" And
Carousel.
Oh my God, Google that. I've never seen it before.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
incredible.
literally,
It's
yeah,
got like
I'm
a whirlwind, like a whirlpool flower. Oh my
amazing.
gosh. Do you see
That's
it?
really, yeah, that's amazing. And also, you've
Wow.
got one where you're dressed as a, well, you're in a spacesuit
Oh,
pretty much.
Galaxy. Isn't that
Yeah,
beautiful as well? It's
Superba
nice for anyone that
Galaxy.
doesn't like a red, but it's still red with marbling sort of
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to, and there's an autumn one, a Papa.
Awful.
There's a autumn one, Papa Jenna. Is that it?
Yeah, yeah. That one you could actually sell much earlier than the others because it can be grown a little bit cooler and it hasn't got Christmas colours. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's almost like an earlier poinsettia. Probably you probably don't even want to call it a poinsettia. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, that's very cool. So
yeah,
I went out looking for a poinsettia, and most
yeah,
years because I don't do Christmas, I get one because they're so beautiful and they're like
yeah,
$1 here. They're
totally.
ridiculous cheap, and
Mm,
they have all the different colors. And I'll go for something
yeah.
a bit different. But this year I went for the traditional red poinsettia,
Oh, that
big
is cool.
and red, and that is it. And that's what
Mm.
I settled on in the end. So yeah, that was nice, and it cost $1. So yeah.
Oh gosh. But you know what's actually cool? There's I don't know how red is when you get red there because there's actually some new ones I saw in Italy that are kind of like orangey red. And when you
Right.
see them there, you actually kind of really notice the difference because I always remember going to my first poinsettia trial, and in order to check the colors, they put them under the bench where it's darker. Because of course, you see a poinsettia in a greenhouse, it looks you've got so much light, but in your house at Christmas, you haven't got all that light. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and like this orangey one really has this nice glow in the home, and that was quite cool actually, I have to say.
Very nice. I do like a poinsettia. I like the
Mm.
challenge of attempting to keep it alive for as long as possible. One year I got it to go all the way to November, and I was absolutely sure it was going to make it for the next Christmas, but then it just died.
Oh, but I
Really.
love poinsettias when they flower, because they give them the dark treatment, and then as they start to red up,
Hmm.
there's this moment where there's just a little bit of red and a little bit of green, and that is my favorite moment before it actually goes fully red.
That's
But they
nice.
obviously don't sell them in that state because it's not how it's supposed to be. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. And
amazing.
I'm wondering if just for our listeners, we should explain that poinsettia color, the color isn't the flower, is it? That's just a modified
Ah,
bract, yeah? And
yeah,
the actual flowers are those tiny little yellow flowers
you're
that you
right.
can barely see. I'm just, yeah, well, you, Michael's laughing at me because he thinks that I'm formal or I'm like being
You're cute.
corporate, you
I'm a big
know?
fan of
But
you,
I
Ellen.
figure that
I try and tell you.
if you've spent the time downloading this and you want to listen to plants, we should definitely add some plants into this episode and sound like we know what we're talking about.
Tell us how to care for a poinsettia. But in the US, you call them poinsettia, right?
No, they're
No?
still, written poinsettia, but I
Hmm.
think that lots of people call them that without realizing that it's
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
No, what I
Like
mean, so,
I saw it was spelt the same, but then I'm hearing all the videos just poinsettia, like a type of
yeah.
dog, a red setter.
Yeah, poinsettia. That's really.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that dog breed for ages. I think it might be like the accent or just how
Yeah.
things are said. It's like we when you were here, we were laughing about how squirrel is said.
Mm.
Squirrel.
Yeah,
You
as
know what I
one
mean?
word.
So I'm
Squirrel.
wondering if it's maybe
Squirrel.
an accent thing. I'm not sure, but I haven't noticed that. But then honestly, I haven't been talking to anyone about
Yeah.
poinsettias, so I don't really know. How to look after them. No drafts, no heat, only water when the top inch of soil is dry. Do not keep them too wet. It's like they like to be a
Someone's
little,
just written an article on it.
do you want to know something funny? I actually have. So
Yeah.
a client of mine asked for a piece about Christmas flowers.
Yeah.
Obviously, poinsettia is top of the list, and I've
Yeah.
literally just written it, so it's really
That's
funny.
cute.
Nice bright light, but not
Yeah.
direct light.
Oh.
There you
But
go.
I wrote recently for Amateur Gardening. I think it's the one out this week, were a few different alternates, like lovely red, crinkly cyclamen for Christmas.
Yeah,
There's a
nice.
new red streptocarpus from Dibley's that is nice for Christmas.
Ooh. Oh, I love strep.
In terms of poinsettia, the princettias, which are a little bit hardier,
Yeah.
they're a little bit more okay with drafts. They're cool to look out for. And also some, what else did I put there? Nice kind of orangey begonia, which and this really cool bromeliad, Guzmania, a Furo red. Oh my God, it looks like a poinsettia, but it's a bromeliad. So so much easier to grow.
And we all know how much I love a bromeliad. Um,
Oh, definitely.
yeah, that's very cool. Very
Yeah,
good.
so that's super nice. But have you ever tried to cut them?
No, I've never done
No.
that. No.
I did a few kind of like tiny little vases like last year or something, and I can't remember if they lasted or not.
But don't
Maybe a
they
few
have
days.
like they have a lot of sap
Yeah.
and
It
be
might be one of
an
those things you
irritant.
can only have on its own, I guess.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
probably
so
wouldn't because if a stem breaks or falls off, that has a very sticky, like
yeah.
milky sap. So yeah, I probably
But
wouldn't.
Ellen, I have to be very honest about something.
Okay.
I'm really loving the floristry you're doing.
Oh, thank
And
you.
like, you know, if I didn't like it, I just wouldn't mention
Oh,
it
I know.
anyway. But honestly, like you did a really cool contemporary thing with like some Phalaenopsis and hydrangea green bubbly things the other day. Tell us about
Yeah.
that. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you. I
Oh,
was asked to do some centerpieces for like a ladies' lunch. It was like a so totally up my
wow.
street, manifesting and abundance, that kind of thing. And I'd done three long centerpieces, and I had a vision in my mind of what colors I want. Like I'm big into pink and green, so I had little green hydrangeas, but I they weren't full, so I just cut the
Mm,
little bits and popped them around the edge of the centerpiece.
yeah.
And then there was anthurium, and there were phalaenopsis. There was uh, some bright colored chrysanthemums because they're big here at the moment.
Yeah. But to use
Amaranth.
contemporary chrysanthemums was a really
Yeah.
nice kind of blend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they look
Very
nice?
nice.
I thought they looked
Yeah.
really cool in there. So just something different. And then I
Mm,
done lots of little like, just glass vases with
mhm.
the odd stem in to go along the table. And
It's
then we
so
raffled off.
cool,
We
honestly.
raffled off the centerpieces. Yeah.
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 Oh,
I
honestly,
appreciate that. Thank you so
it's
much.
amazing. You're really enjoying it, right?
I wish I'm not gonna say I wish I'd done this sooner because obviously you do it at the
Oh,
time
no,
you do
you've
it at.
enjoyed everything you do. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly. But yes, I'm loving it at the moment.
yeah.
And then we've obviously just got this little piece of land, not
Oh,
little
yeah, yeah, yeah.
of
How's
land
it going?
to, yeah, I'm actually going there after this, and
Yeah.
I've got absolutely hundreds and hundreds of bulbs to plant out and some wildflower
Wow.
seeds to sow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
It's
we're
so
doing
exciting, Melon.
mini
Have you
flower
got like
farm.
the bulb drill or something? How are you
No,
going to do it
but what
quickly?
I'm just going to kind of just make like very simple trenches and then cover over with mulch.
Yeah.
So I'm making it very easy for
Oh
myself
my
in all
God.
respects.
Yeah, you know,
Um,
when they plant tulip bulbs kind of out the tractor, they don't even need to be the right way up, darling.
no, they just put
Don't
them
worry
in.
about it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to be very relaxed about it. Chuck them in and cover with
Oh
mulch
my
and
God.
see what happens. Like I don't. This is, a flower farm, but I'm not.
Mm.
This first is an experiment. I'm not selling for
Oh,
wholesale. It's all for me to put into my,
yeah.
stuff and for
Oh my
hopefully
God.
weddings and events next year and just see what happens. But I don't have masses of time, so I am going to be
Mm.
doing very easy, simple, quick
Mm.
gardening. People always say to me, "How do you manage to do this, this, and this?" And I'm I'm a lazy gardener.
Yeah, oh, same.
I'm a
Yeah.
lazy gardener, and yeah, it's all in the
You don't need to be
preparation.
too accurate. Do you know what I mean? Like nature just does it the way it does it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. If this was a flower farm that was a business where I was selling to,
mm.
wholesalers, and maybe I will maybe I will
Mm.
another time. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But I would be more precise, but I don't need to be right now. So yeah, I'm
Do
just
you
gonna
need
get
to
them in
do
there.
any like autumn sown things, or you just do bulbs now, or is there some
No, I'm
like
actually just going
yeah?
to do bulbs now, and then I'm going to do some wildflower seeds, which can be sown
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And then after Christmas, I'm going to get some big racks in my house at the top
Mhm.
where the roof terrace is because it's nice and bright. And then I'm going to sow all my seeds
Yeah.
indoors
Wow.
and see how we go.
Oh my God, Ellen. Oh.
Yeah, it's
Because I guess you
exciting.
haven't felt like you haven't grown like that there before, have you?
No,
Just yeah,
no.
that's a different feeling, isn't it? Yeah,
Totally different. And also, I've no,
yeah,
I've like the climate is different. The plants you can grow
yeah,
different. There's different, very slightly different times of years that you sow. Not much, maybe
yeah,
3, 4 weeks out. And the pests are different. The soil is different.
yeah,
This is a
yeah.
hot. It's like
There's no
you
slugs though.
no slugs, no, but there's deer and there's rabbits.
Yeah.
There's like a billion other pests that I have
Oh
never
my
seen
God.
before in my life. So it's not, it's an experiment. Like I said, let's just see how it
Mm,
goes. But you take the theory of gardening that you know and apply it,
mm.
but it's like
Yeah.
learning new stuff all over. So yeah,
Wow. That's really cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh
we'll
my
see.
God.
I'm looking
It's so
forward to it.
nice to just like, I think we're so similar in a way we just love to throw ourselves into new stuff. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
Like,
exciting.
some people are always scared to do that, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just want to throw in and see how I work it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I feel like I probably do that in a way. I don't know if you relate to this, but like I probably subconsciously do that, so it forces me to kind of get used to it and do it. Kind of like I almost force the change, and then I
Mhm.
have to make it happen because what else are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like I was looking for land for ages and friends who've got some land said, here you go, use some of
yeah,
this.
and also
And I was
timing,
like,
serendipity. Is
amazing. I'll
Yeah.
just go ahead and do it. Do you know what I mean? Let's see what
Mm,
happens. There's no pressure, but it's exciting.
yeah.
You take the opportunity and run with it.
Totally.
I'm not a no girl. Do you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
definitely, yes, let's
But there
do
is also like I don't know how you feel about this then. There's also a lot in timing and serendipity and something happens at the right time. Like,
Yeah.
earlier when you said, "Oh, I wish I'd done this sooner," but then you stopped yourself because you realized that that wouldn't
Yeah.
have been the time. So,
No,
yeah, I
exactly.
really believe in timing and that kind of natural ebb and flow.
Yeah, I
That's not
do.
the right phrase, but I'll put it
I
there.
agree as well. And talking about timing,
Yeah.
it's funny because we'd been talking about getting land for a while and not really seeing anything that we liked
Mm,
or was right, yeah. And then, or right in my mind, like we probably could have had any of it and given it a go. But
mm,
when you're making the choice, you sort of consider all of the options.
mm,
And then, so the big change for me will be this year. It will be the last year I have my allotment,
mm,
in England because before any of this flower farming stuff, my parents are elderly now. They have a
mm,
really big garden, which they're starting to need some help with. And I realized that when I was back in the UK, on the days that I was free, i.e., not working or other plans,
mm,
I would go
mm,
to the allotment. But one of the main reasons why I come back to the UK is to be with my parents. Yeah.
mm,
So I'd already decided, okay, I need to spend that free day or two a week at my parents helping
mm,
them, which meant this year I will be starting to close down my allotment, which is very
mm,
sad, but I'm also excited because my mum is so pleased. She's like, yay, we're going to spend some time in the garden. I'm so pleased you're helping. I don't have to get a
mm.
gardener in. It will be really lovely. And so that's made me really excited about it.
That is cool.
So
But
I'd
it's quite
already
clever that you've combined two things there. That's
but
really
yes,
a master
but
stroke.
I literally hadn't thought about. I just thought, look,
Yeah,
I need to help my mum. I love gardening. Yeah, so
yeah,
my
things
mum
fall
loves
into place.
gardening. So I'm gonna be moving a lot of stuff from the allotment to mum's garden. We're gonna be growing veg and flowers and doing all the things. I'm gonna get my greenhouse moved to mum's garden. Like it's a lovely big garden, so
Mm,
there's space for all of these things.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll still be doing cut flowers and still be, doing veg and all of that. So I'd already decided that the allotment was going to have to start winding down.
Mm,
And then the opportunity for the flower farm came. Now,
mm,
I probably would have said no to the flower farm because if I was still in the mindset of
yeah,
allotment,
yeah,
parents,
yeah, yeah.
work, and flower farm. So when you say the timing was right, and it's like, that
Mm,
kind of the universe sort of making everything transpire at the
yeah,
right time. It really
yeah.
did. That's exactly what happened
We,
without me forcing any of it.
yeah, totally. I think maybe we talked about this before, even with career stuff, like the push and pull factors. Like,
Mm,
I far prefer if I'm pulled into a project rather than I push myself into it. Because
yeah.
if you're pulled into it, like we might call that serendipitous, you know it's for the right reasons, and
Mm.
and it's a better fit because it's natural, and yeah, you just have to sit back and let life take you, really. I don't know.
I believe that the
Yes. Let it
universe
take you there.
presents
Yeah,
opportunities at the right
totally.
time. Yeah.
Oh, Ellen. Oh,
Now,
I don't know why I feel very emotional today. I feel like I want to give you a hug. I can tell that you're nonplussed about that, but yeah.
sorry,
You're in your Ice Queen mode.
I'm not
Oh,
nonplussed. I always love a hug, Michael.
oh, thank you, Ellen.
You give a nice big hug, so I'll take the hug
Oh, that's really
me.
nice. Oh, thank you. Cool. What else
So
is new?
tell me your news because I know you've been busy with your apartment and you're off for
Well,
Christmas and stuff.
I'm addicted to moving. That's the thing, Ellen.
It would seem that way.
I thought about that today. I was like, this is all I do, just move stuff around. This is basically my hobby outside of my work. It's moving stuff around. Um no, I'd obviously like, living down in West London and kind of like just my job seems to again, I kind of like it's that pull factor and like just I like to just let things flow and see where it goes. And it's just kind of like, since kind of moving here, well, since like last year, I feel like a lot of stuff happens where I'm then needing to travel or go to different places and stuff. And then,
Yeah.
what was it, August, also October, and then paying rent for an apartment, I'm only in 5 days a month. So I was like, and it
Yeah.
came up for renewal, and I was like, it's just, no, it doesn't make sense. So, the 16th, Tuesday, is my last day in the apartment. And I don't have any onward plan, which people find a bit amusing. But again, you have to let life take you along. I don't know. I've got faith in, I think I'm quite confident and got faith in myself that I know I make it right. And someone said to me the other day, if anyone can deal with unrehearsed situations, it's you, which I thought was a
Right.
cute compliment.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that's really cool.
but also what it gave me because I moved apartment like a year ago, like to a slightly bigger one. And it made me realize that in the year that I've been in this newer one, there are things that I haven't even looked at or referenced again.
Yeah.
Why the hell have I got them? So what I'm doing, Ellen Mary, is really wanting to slim my life down. And I've kind of had this feeling, even when I'm at yours and I've just got a case of stuff, yeah. Sometimes to me, being staying at someone's, being in a hotel, it is so sexy, not sexy. It's just so appealing to know that all the stuff you've got is just the stuff in the case. And that is
Agree.
quite relaxing because
Yeah.
then your life is very small in that moment and it's really cool. And I'm kind of trying to move more towards that in a way and not to have, I don't know, like 20 plates that I never use or 58 shirts that I might fit into again one day or, even old newspaper clippings, the things that you drag around, like I'm going to scan them because, like, why not? What am I doing with the newspaper? Like, the worst that will happen, it'll be set fire to one day if, like, there's I don't know, a house fire. Do you know what I mean? So it's not even safe.
Dramatic.
No, but it's not even safe in that format. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense to hang on to it that way. And I've never been someone that buys either expensive clothes or treasured pieces of furniture anyway. So I'm kind of like filtering off stuff. I've got a storage unit as well, which is I'm trying to keep that as little as possible because I just don't need this stuff hanging around me. And I'm just gonna see how it goes. I'm already booked for a lot of work overseas in January, so I only need to get or maybe 2 or 3 weeks down the line. But I've already booked a beautiful Airbnb next week
Ooh.
in Suffolk to see friends and stuff, and I just kind of like slow down a bit with that. And then I booked to go away to Spain at Christmas, Ellen Mary.
Oh,
Um, so
fancy.
yeah, so kind of just piecing it together in that way with kind of like, Airbnb or maybe stay with friends a couple of weeks. And I know indeed when you've been in UK the last few years, that's how it's been for you. And it works like not forever, but it's kind of like a nice thing and it almost frees up a lot of money as well. Because when you're trying to shell out on an apartment you're not in, that doesn't make sense, you know?
I mean, you've done this before, haven't you? So you know what it's
It's like
like.
the third time in my life that I've like got everything and got rid of it. I'm like I've got such a weird habit of this.
You are addicted to moving. I
Oh,
think you're addicted to change. I think you just like to do different things,
yeah,
perhaps.
totally, totally, totally. I'm just not scared of it, and I've always been the same, and I don't know where that comes from.
Well,
Like
also I think,
always different, always change. Yeah.
as a guy on his own and also freelance, you have the
Mm,
opportunity to be able to do whatever you
mm,
feel like is right at the time. It's
mm.
like there's no responsibility. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? To
Well, I was
have
almost like,
any.
yeah, I have got that freedom, but I'm kind of like by then renting an apartment that I'm not in and having that what do you call it, like obligation. I'm kind of impeding my own freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why am I doing that? Because when I'm in a hotel room and I'm just looking at my case and that is the only stuff I've got,
Yeah.
that is just, I always get this little kind of like exciting rush in that moment that like that's all I need in that moment. And that's pretty cool. And I want to kind of keep that feeling really. Yeah.
I
So,
love that for you. I think that's
yeah.
so nice. And I do get it. I do agree with
Yeah,
that. Having stuff.
totally. Like, it's the practical stuff that obviously our mums would worry about, like where are you going to do your washing? But but you don't
You're
have to let that worry you. Do you know what I mean? You can just live in a different way.
There's
Yeah.
always places to do your washing. I've done my
Yeah.
washing when I like the last few years in England at laundrettes, in Airbnbs, at
Yeah.
friends, at my parents. Like, you can work it out.
So yeah, so that's my plan really, Ellen Mary.
I'm very pleased for you.
But
But
also I
first
do
of all,
uh,
sorry,
sorry, go for it. No, you go for it.
first of all, an Airbnb in Suffolk and then a trip to Spain. How
Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, I'm quite busy from even the first week of January here, there, and everywhere. So I'm kind of like, that's that's why I'm kind of like really haven't got much to do at the moment. I'm kind of like soaking that up a bit because otherwise I wouldn't have the chance to like do all this kind of move as well. Because I've been moving over like about a 2 week period. It's been quite nice to do it that way. Just every so often I'll take some stuff to the storage or like get rid of it here or there, and it's nice actually. I got a friend who's going to buy an apartment here soon in London, and it's nice to be able to give him a box of things that will then help him to start up because I don't need all those things. And like, it's nice to help. And especially being in an apartment block, like people are really grateful to have the big plants that I've got and this, and this. And yeah, so that's actually weirdly a nice feeling that you're not putting stuff to waste. Because if you were living in a house, you would really be kind of like just, you'd have to take stuff to the dump, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I mean, I moved out of our house in Norwich before I became a
Yeah.
wandering hobo, and I did sell a lot on Facebook
Did
Marketplace,
you? I always feel like that's a
eBay.
hassle, but no.
No, it was okay. And I gave a lot to charity and friends and stuff. So I don't think there was really much waste. There is ways and means of doing it. So yeah,
Mm,
you're doing the right thing. And if it makes you feel
yeah.
good, that's great
Oh,
as well,
thank you. Oh.
Thing about
Yeah.
January, because you are, obviously looking towards next year and you've got a busy month. I've just written a piece about
Me?
gardening trends for 2026.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be a 2026 gardening trend?
Oh my God. I never know. I feel like is a trend or is it just what we want to talk about? Um, oh, I don't know. Like, I'll give you my own. It's not like I'm trying to guess yours. I find it easier to do that. I feel like kind of like pl more planting of perennials and kind of nectar-rich plants in containers. So
Yeah,
kind of like more kind of forever, I would call it forever bedding, kind of like using plants that way, like in the place of
agree.
previous patio plants,
Yeah,
but also kind of like patio plants that are more wisely chosen. So like maybe like Calabar which are a little bit better for the bees, things like that. Biden's, for example. I think that for sure. I think probably a change in the way people use lawns, maybe like kind of having half, because I think you always have to meet this stuff halfway. I think we get far too kind of like vigilant about this stuff sometimes. So I feel like, a lawn that is half for wildlife but half for picnics is quite nice.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
maybe like alternate lawns. Like I remember seeing some beautiful Ophiopogon and Liriope as lawns when I was over in Carolina. That would be cool to have a sort of more durable lawn in that way. That would be super
yeah.
nice. I think it's interesting if I was going to talk about peat free. I was at a careers thing. Where was it? Up north in York. And the RHS were there and they would talk about their move to peat free, la la la, which is kind of great on that scale. But then also someone in the commercial world made a comment and like was really, this is not ready, this is not here, la la la. So I kind of want to see a more sensible approach to peat free in that way and kind of like for it to kind of be timed well and kind of for everyone to be right, but also for the consumer to have the real support that they need. Because the worst thing is to kind of leave people with a soil that isn't ready to use, and they're not going to get the results because the worst thing is they're going to blame themselves, and I think that's always the first thing that beginners do when it
Yeah.
comes to plants, and that's just the worst part. Do you know what I mean? So I would
Interesting.
say that. Do you want more? Sorry. Um,
Carry on. Yeah, this is great.
well, am I writing your article for you? You cheeky boo.
I've writ
You
I've
cheeky
written it
boo.
already. It's been and gone.
Yeah, whatever. Houseplants, like really a focus on like flowering houseplants. There's some nice new Euphorbia millii with no thorns, with lovely big flowers coming through from Denmark. The fragrant Phalaenopsis, I'd love to see those kick in, for example. But also kind of like maybe some love to Kalanchoe, and this actually crosses over into like more succulents used as bedding outdoors. And Kalanchoe, there's ones that flower for 100 days. So that is, it's like the outdoor bedding plant you hardly ever need to water. So kind of like that as well. And maybe more kind of not prairie style landscapes, but xeriscapes where you're using more like succulents and like ornamental grasses that to create a beautiful display as well. Because people always think something drought tolerant is not as attractive. But if you blend up succulents, ornamental grasses, and beautiful osteospermum and verbena, different types, it's like really can be super tropical and sexy. You only need to go to Hyde Hall and see that. That
Yeah,
sort of style. Yeah,
yeah. And Beth Chatto as well.
yeah,
The
yeah.
garden is
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah. Does
Um,
that help? Yeah.
Michael, I'm sitting here smiling because you're literally reeling off things that I said. Like it's quite amazing. Like I've just sprung that question on you.
Ooh
So
la
it
la.
won't just
I
be
love a
what
bit of
we
springing.
think. It must be genuinely what things are moving towards. Like there was a
Yeah, yeah, true.
within the article about the trends, which some of it was backed by a little bit of research with regards to things like what were being shown at RHS flower show, especially Chelsea, because that's
Yeah.
kind of like that first big show that sort of influences people's decisions with the garden. There's a
Mm,
lot of pollinator friendly planting, meadowscaping, so letting parts of your garden be a little bit wild, that kind of
mm,
thing. Like you were saying, the dry gardens are, gravel gardens, drought
mm.
tolerant gardens, that kind of things, definitely becoming more
Yeah,
of a
so.
thing. And the other thing is like small, productive, uh, like trees and shrubs and plants that people are growing in smaller environments. So,
Mm.
like compact apple trees or pear trees or
Yeah,
plum,
that's
that kind
nice.
of thing.
Like
Because
step
there's
over trees. I love that sort of style as well.
that's awesome because
Yeah.
there's so much more interest in being outside and gardening.
Mm,
And then with, food security and the cost of food, people are trying to
mm,
grow a little bit more. So there's
mm,
more varieties coming out that are, compact and can be grown in a
mhm,
container, in a pot that if you're renting, you can pick up and move,
mhm.
with you, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
was like a big thing. Interestingly, on the report that we put together, there wasn't really any mention of houseplants. I feel
Mhm.
like they'll carry on. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Will it
But
be
I'd
a
like it to be a bit more inventive, like, because it gets a bit samey and there's a lot more out there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
don't
can
like,
definitely experiment
yeah,
more with houseplants, but it's
yeah.
almost like houseplants are here to stay, but it's now not a new trend. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
The trend of houseplants is
But there
here.
could
So
be trends within those trends if people
yes,
were
trends
more,
within
if people were
like how
innovative with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
how you style with houseplants or what you plant
Yeah.
together, like creating indoor pots with lots of houseplants in rather than just sticking one houseplant
But
in a
there is still a lot of new varieties coming through, though. There really is, and a
because
lot because it's obviously taken a few years when the houseplant trend starts for actual commercial numbers to come through, like in the Netherlands in particular. It takes a while. You can't just switch it on like that, if you know what I mean, the supply
yeah,
chain. So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
there is still a lot of cool stuff coming through, and I'm constantly excited by stuff that I see out there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, well that's pretty good. Well, I think we've nailed gardening trends of 26.
yeah, okay, that's cool.
And thanks to social media, I think, the Pantone of the year. Every
Mm.
single year we get this
Oh
big.
yeah, what a drama llama.
We always get it every year
Yeah,
forever. But since social media, more people have picked up on the fact that
yeah,
this is
yeah.
what happens.
But it
And so
exists, yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like that's always been a thing in styling or in fashion,
Mm,
interior design. This Pantone is, there. But now it's spread about on social media. We all see it and we're like, right. So this year was Cloud Dancer. Is that the one?
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
think it's
yeah.
Cloud Dancer, which is white. And so now it's like lots of white flowers, like lots of plants that will have white flowers. Will that start to go into people's gardens where they think, oh, well, a color Pantone this year? Oh, and I don't have much white in the garden, so maybe I'll get more
But what
flowers with,
about the drama of it, Ellen? Everyone like
yeah.
was so dramatic on social media about it.
Well, I
Like,
think a
this is
lot of
not a color.
yeah, white, they're like, white isn't a color. So I think there was a few different things. Like, white isn't a color, but what's interesting is the white didn't follow on from actually what the trends are. So at the moment, there's lots of plums and reds and greens that are a big thing, say in the not just because of Christmas, but like that dark kind of
Yeah,
reddy color is a real big trend thing at the moment in floristry, for
yeah.
example. So it was like, where did this sudden like white color come from? Like
Mhm.
why is it white when actually the trend seems to be this or that? So I don't know who chooses the color, but there was that like
Yeah, but isn't
white.
Pantone as a trending color is more of a forecast, isn't it? Rather
I
than
think it's more of a
yeah,
forecast,
and
but
it's covering it's not just covering obviously floristry and flowers. It's covering a lot of
oh
different
yeah,
things
totally.
categories as well. Yeah.
But those kind of darker
Mm.
reds are a bit of a thing at the moment. Like floristry at the
Yeah,
end of the
yeah.
day does follow on from fashion trends,
Mm.
interior designing trends, that kind of thing. And there's a lot of color going on out there at the moment. So it was a surprise that it was white.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
And then there was also the argument that is white even a color, and
yeah.
then there was the argument that I actually read an argument about how, oh, here's another like white privileged kind of color, if you like,
Hmm.
being put in the mix, and I was just like, it's literally just a color. Like we
Yeah,
all have
yeah.
white in our lives, yeah. Like we've all got, I don't know, white linen on our beds, perhaps, or
Yeah,
do you know what
exactly.
I mean? There's
So
loads
bizarre.
of white flowers, so I
It's
don't know
bizarre to
what
not
we're all
to
want.
see white as not being a color. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
because it is
color.
a color.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a color.
because if you didn't have, yeah, that's interesting. Because if you didn't have white sheets,
Yeah,
the color of the would be the natural material, which would not be white, right? Would
I
probably be
no,
a
I
kind of
don't know. Cotton is
off
white, although
color or yeah, but like I don't think it would be a like a nice
pure
white.
white.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know either.
I don't know what
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know,
say, but yeah, like
but there's
white
different
is a
tones of
choice
white.
of color. It's
Yeah,
not a
because
natural.
no, you're
Yeah,
absolutely right, because you can have off-white. Do
yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean? You might walk into a home where the paint is actually magnolia, but some people would
Mm,
say that was white. So it's
yeah.
kind of like, just like any color, you can have different tones of that color.
Mm,
And so I'm assuming that that's the same. So I would definitely call
yeah,
it color for sure.
that's
But
cool.
yeah, I
Yeah,
like it. Why not? Cloud Dancer. It sounds beautiful.
yeah, totally. Ooh la la, I love it, Ellen. Oh, how wonderful. Oh,
Michael, was there anything else that we said we were going to chat about today? Because during the week we are like, oh, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that on WhatsApp. And then have we forgotten what we were going to talk about?
I don't know, darling. I just feel amazing.
I love this for you. Oh, I have something to ask you very quick.
What?
And that is about your weekend of weightlifting. Like, tell
Oh
us
yeah.
about
Difficult. Honestly, Ellen, I just did a powerlifting competition and I was like, when you're like, when was the last thing you did that made you just kind of nervous that you almost couldn't relax until you did it? Do you know what I mean?
that.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, and I was like, and it was just really kind of fizzing around in my mind, and I just didn't. I knew I wanted to do it because I agreed to do it, of course, but then I didn't know how it would be, how I would perform, how it would feel like then obviously lifting in front of an audience and like what the dynamic would be like. And so it was really kind of hanging over me. And I almost felt like, when you can't think about life after it until you've done it sort of thing. So I
I
was like
love that.
really like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And yeah, but yeah, I went with my PT and his mum also took part, which is fantastic. Yeah, and I performed very well. So thank you.
And then you had the endorphins running afterwards, didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah. But not only from like physically lifting, but also from when you felt nervous about something, but you've done it anyway. It's just that that feeling, and I don't know that if I'd had in the last couple of years a thing where I'd really not looked forward to it, and then it happened and I loved it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I kind of like it's so good for you just to push yourself into that stuff. It really is.
Absolutely.
And so,
We
yeah,
have to
it's
be
cool.
challenged and
Yeah,
like doing
totally, totally.
something that's outside of our like plant zone, if you like,
Mm,
gardening and horticulture and plants and flowers and all of that kind of thing is really good
mm,
for us to do. You know, I
so true.
realized that when I was like I was at this event thing and I had nothing to talk about apart from plants. And this was a few years ago. I think I was at a party or something. And I was literally like, I don't know what to talk about apart from plants or gardening. And
I
that's when
don't
I
see
was
the
like,
problem.
I need to do some other things in my life. And so I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
I love that for you. So are you going to do another one?
Yeah, yeah, I would really love to be honest. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah, I
cool.
don't see it as like something that's a one-off and like it's really, yeah, it's not just about like lifting big, but it's about lifting with a good quality as well. And
Yeah, good
yeah, no, I
form.
really, really loved it. But yeah, just this kind of, yeah, this feeling of like, feeling the fear, but doing it anyway is just, yeah, we need to do that more, really. And that's
Yeah.
what I always tell people to do with stuff in their career and this and that, la la la. So yeah, it's nice.
Well done, you. Yeah.
Thank you, Melon Balls. Are you still you're doing a doodah, you're doing something next, is it spring next year?
High rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ew, I don't know. I don't know. I agreed to that over cocktails with my friend. Like I shook on it, which means I
Everyone's
have to
into
do it.
high rocks, though.
Huh?
Everyone's into high rocks though. Like everyone's talking about it all
Hey.
the time. They
Oh,
just
I
had
mean,
a
I
big
don't know.
weekend here.
My nephew's done quite a few. He does the professional
Yeah,
racing. He's just absolutely amazing. And I went to watch him in one in Dallas and it was so
yeah,
good. And I said to my
yeah,
husband, "Do you think I could do one of these?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course you could."
yeah,
There. So that was sort of there on my mind. If I'm because I do work out, but I have to have
yeah.
like a goal. And I know the goal should always be to keep yourself fit and healthy. I know all of
Yeah,
that.
but that's too
But
abstract, isn't it? So,
yeah, yeah.
like,
I
yeah,
still
you
like
need a thing.
a goal. And then I was out with my friend in London in the summer
Yeah.
and we were sitting by the Thames having a cocktail and she said, "Do you want to do a high rocks with me?" And I said, "Yes. Yeah, let's do it. Let's shake on it. We'll do it next year.
And
Yippee."
that's you have to do that. Yeah.
And I've said it now, so that's what's got to happen. Yeah.
Uh-huh. But were
Crazy.
you that friend was with you last week, right? Were you then
Yeah,
training?
yeah. She came
Or
out to stay for a few days, had a really lovely time. We talked about the high rocks a lot and done some train because in the garage we've got like a skier because she's
yeah.
a
Oh, so
rower
she
and
had you on some training.
she is so fit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. She is like proper 5 a.m. up and workout girl.
Really?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
so fit. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta do some catching up here.
I just can never get it in that style. Like I would never get up early for it. It's not that I don't like getting up early necessarily, but it's just I don't know. It just doesn't fit that way for
I
me.
work out, but I
And
can't
it
work
needs
out
to
when I
fit.
get up.
It needs to fit the way that is
Yeah.
natural. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not a
that's the bottom
morning.
line.
Yeah. I'm not a morning get up
Yeah.
and work out. If I do yoga, that will often be in the morning because it's a nice
Mm,
relaxing way to get
yeah,
into the
yeah.
day. But I'm not a get up and, run a mile or whatever it
But
is.
she
Do you
was
know what
doing
I mean?
that when she was at yours.
Done it a few mornings, yeah. But
Yeah.
also she had jet lag, so she's awake really early and I'm still asleep. And as you know, I'm not a
Yeah.
get up early person. So she would get up and go and work out. And then I would make it down then once I'd rolled out of bed and pulled myself together.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're cute, Melon. Oh, so lovely.
Oh, so lovely to talk to you, Michael. Do you want to see Dolly? Look, she's gone to sleep.
Oh yeah. Dog.
Dog. You kept calling her Molly. She's so confused now. She doesn't know if
Yeah.
she's Mom or Dolly.
Marley. Oh, that's cute, Melon. Oh, thank you. This is a wonderful discussion and episode.
Oh, well, we've just mumbled away. I hope actually everyone who's downloaded it thinks it's wonderful.
Yeah,
I think
no,
it's
have
wonderful because
confidence in
we're like,
yourself, Ellen.
we're just catching up. So we think, yay, this is great.
No, we're more interesting than the average. No, I don't mean it that way. I mean like we're more interested than people that think they're interesting. Do you know what I mean?
I have never
That's
thought
the
that I'm interesting.
no, no, no. But I feel like because we got an awareness of what might not be interesting, I think that makes us interesting.
I don't know if this is really good or cool or arrogant or what.
Let's just call it a fact. Oh, melon balls. Oh, I need to get on a train soon. Oh,
Yeah, I have to go off to the flower farm. I have to pick a bunch of mulch up first and get going.
oh,
It's extremely cold and it's getting dark early, so I have to get up there
really?
and get it
Oh
done.
no. Is it like snowing or not quite?
Not here yet,
No.
but in the mountains, we've had an absolute complete coverage of snow and it looks magical. And I'm trying to
Wow.
persuade my husband to go up there on Sunday because I really want to
Uh-huh.
walk in the snow. But it's our
Oh,
anniversary on Sunday. It's our 23rd wedding
yeah?
anniversary Sunday.
Wow. My
I,
God.
I li- Hang on. At this moment, I literally just put two and two together. It's
Yeah.
our wedding anniversary on Sunday, and I want to go and walk in the snow. So now he has no choice.
Ah,
That's
cool. There you go. And that's what marriage is about, conning your husband.
marriage is all about keeping your wife happy. Simple.
Honestly. Oh, I need to go melon balls, but I
Okay.
think I would love to wish you a happy Christmas because um, you want me to. No, I do. You know that thing where every email has to have a great Christmas on the bottom at the moment,
Yeah.
and you look like a really unfriendly boy if you don't put it there.
Hey, this is the one time you can't get away with something.
Yeah, 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 totally.
You have to put Happy Christmas. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. I'll chat to you soon. And
yeah.
this has been very fun. The next series
Oh,
will be out sometime in 2026,
oh,
maybe
thank you.
February. We quite often have January off, don't we?
Yeah, we're busy mums.
Yeah. So probably February. But thanks everyone for listening to this last
Oh,
series.
see you later, Melon.
Yeah. See you later. Have a good
Oh,
Christmas.
put
See
sleigh
you.
bells on the intro. Thanks.
I'm gonna try and
Yeah,
do that. Okay.
you're sweet, darling.
Later.
Bye.
Bye. Queen and Fine Floral Design are sponsors of the plant-based podcast for Series 19. We provide nature-led designs for your home, office and events because flowers really do make people happy. Check us out at queenandfine.com and follow us on Instagram at queenandfine.